We are rapidly approaching the end of May, heading into June 2026, and it looks like Rockstar isn't even close to being done with GTA Online because they just dropped some huge hints on what we might see with this new summer DLC. And as much as people like to doom post these days about GTA Online being dead, I'm here to tell you that this could actually be one of the more epic updates that we've seen released for this game in recent years. Or at least it has the potential to be if Rockstar doesn't screw things up. And in today's video, I will explain how we arrive at this conclusion, and I'll also tell you guys why I think this won't be the last update that we get for the game, but certainly the final actual major DLC that Rockstar puts resources into. By the way, you might want to stick around until the end as well, because there is a chance that Rockstar will use this DLC as sort of a transitional phase into GTA 6's online mode as part of their overall promotional campaign that is supposed to start this summer. And as crazy as it sounds, I think it could even give us a solid clue as to what the actual release date could be for trailer 3. But I don't want to get ahead of myself here. We have a whole video here to go through, so let's break things down one at a time. GTA 5 Online, Summer DLC 2026. When, what, and how? Let's start with the when, because this is the part that most of you are looking forward to. And while we obviously don't know the exact release date, I think we could actually make a pretty reasonable guess based on a few key factors that have held true for past updates. First, let's take a look at Rockstar's release schedule for the last 3 summer DLCs. Last year, it was Money Fronts with the car wash and 2 other main businesses, and it was released on June 17th. The year before that, 2024, we got the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC on June the 25th. Go back another year and you have the much maligned Mercenaries update, which was released on June 13th, 2023. The only exception to this is, of course, the July 2022 Criminal Enterprises DLC, which was also the first summer DLC to launch on expanded and enhanced for current gen consoles. Everything after that, we've had a June release, and I trust that this next one will also release in June. I do have a little bit of evidence that could back up this claim. Now let's take a look at GTA Plus bonuses for the last 3 years, especially the ones that take place in June leading up to the summer DLC that's following. Here's the GTA Plus event for June 2025. It started on May the 29th and it ran until June the 16th. We got the update the day after it ended. Then if we take a look at June 2024's GTA Plus event, it began on June the 6th and ran up until June the 24th. Then we got the summer 2024 DLC the day after it ended. Go back one more year and once again we have a GTA Plus event that ended on a Monday rather than a Wednesday, spanning between May the 11th and June the 12th, and you guessed it, we got the summer 2023 update right afterwards. Now we all know that GTA Plus bonuses last for an entire month, they refresh, etc. But we usually have an interesting day of the week change when they precede a big DLC launch. It's always GTA Plus updates that end on a Monday that kind of signal the imminent arrival of a DLC. Or at least that's how it's been for the past 3 years during summer season. GTA Plus ends on a Monday, Rockstar releases the summer DLC on Tuesday. Another thing to note here is that all of these GTA Plus bonuses preceding the summer DLC were uncharacteristically short. While the typical GTA Plus bonuses last a month or so like I was talking about, these ones were all wrapped up in way less time. The current GTA Plus bonus ends on June the 10th, which is a Wednesday, but it is possible that we could see a much shorter GTA Plus bonus right after that one, which could run until the 29th, for example, giving us the summer DLC on June the 30th, which happens to be a Tuesday, following the pattern of the last 3 summer releases. Or it could also be June the 23rd. But either way here, I could see some sort of June release window if we're committing to that idea between June the 10th and maybe June the 30th. I think more likely the second half of the month if I had to bet on it specifically here. And that brings us to the next part of our question. What exactly can we expect from the summer 2026 DLC? Let me lay some groundwork for those of you who might not be clued into the story of the GTA Online universe up until the Mansions DLC and what exactly happened with the last couple of updates. It all began in 2025 with Money Fronts when our protagonist visited Martin Madrazo at LSIA. Now, you guys, if you've played story mode, you know Martin is the head honcho of his very own drug cartel. He's powerful, he's feared by everyone in Los Santos, and he doesn't take crap from anybody. When we first met him as Michael and Franklin, he almost caved in our skulls with a baseball bat and forced Michael back into the criminal life so he could pay off the repair fees for Madrazo's broken Vinewood mansion. The next time we meet him, he propositions us to murder his own cousin, and the only man who managed to scare Madrazo was Trevor, but that's mainly because he was a loose cannon and a total psychopath. But other than Trevor, we've never really seen Martin scared of any man, no matter if they're a criminal mastermind or some top-ranking official in the IAA or FIB. He really doesn't give a crap because he's aware of his own power and he knows how to wield it. However, as it turns out, there are levels to this thing, because when Martin takes us to meet Mr. Faber, he seems a lot more reserved and polite. No arrogance, no snarky remarks, nothing. He greets Mr. Faber in the aircraft, then shuts up and listens. Once Mr. Faber is done presenting his proposal, Martin immediately agrees, almost like a yes man. man, then gets up and exits the plane, trying to not waste any of Mr. Faber's precious time. And it really makes you wonder here, just who is this Mr. Faber guy? He has the appearance of some high-ranking corporate guy, he's got some weird German-Swiss hybrid accent, and we've never heard of him until now. But you do get some clues along the way, because Martin mentions that Mr. Faber basically has his hand in every single part of Los Santos and its criminal pie.
Faber is a banker, the banker. Every dollar in this fucking town, it goes through him.
He handles money for everyone, from Martin Madrazo to El Rubio to Yusuf Amir and even Agent 14, who we can also see entering the plane shortly after we take our leave. So not only is this guy an expert money launderer, but he works with both the government and the criminals. It's clear he's someone who doesn't like his name mentioned to outsiders, and Raph even warns us about this before we purchased the hands-on car wash. Apparently, the guy who leaked Mr. Faber's name ended up dead.
Just one more thing, between us girls. You mention my boss's name to anybody, we both end up like his last guy in LS. Dead.
And this shows us that he's not as civilized as he appears on the outside. It's obvious that he's a stone-cold killer. Otherwise, how the heck did he even climb this high on the criminal totem pole, right? He had to have taken out a ton of his competition along the way to be the undisputed #1 king of crime in Los Santos, and he also exudes this passive-aggressive energy toward us where he simultaneously compliments you while also making it clear that you are just not on his level. We get another glimpse at Mr. Faber's subtle implications of violence when he pays us a visit in our own mansion before we get there, and as you can see, we're having this nice conversation with Michael, and then boom, out of nowhere, a half-naked Mr. Faber. Not 1 ounce of concern while he's flanked on both sides by 2 of the most dangerous individuals in Los Santos. You see, Mr. Faber knows that we're the ones who brought down Clifford. He knows that we robbed the Fleece Bay, that we raided Humane Labs, and he for sure knows that we're the ones who pulled off the Pacific Standard heist. He also knows all about our dealings with El Rubio, who's one of his clients by the way, making it all the more interesting that he's talking with us so freely. To Faber, names like Rubio, Agent 14, and Madrazo are just numbers on an account book. He doesn't have any strong allegiances towards any particular criminal. He doesn't really care that we robbed the Diamond Casino and bankrupted the Duggans, because while it made one of his clients poorer, it also made another client a lot richer. When you control all the criminal money going in and out of Los Santos, the only thing you care about is somebody getting a little powerful, a little bit too popular, and disrupting your shadow operation that you've been running for the last several decades. That's why Mr. Faber came to visit us and Michael. When he tells Michael that he's seen all of his films, he's not actually talking about the movies. He's basically telling him, hey, I know about those heists that you pulled back in 2013. When he tells us that his people are everywhere before leaving, that's him flexing his power in front of us.
Meantime, if you should need anything at all, my people are everywhere. Huh?
Telling us that no matter what we do, we'll always be under his watchful eye and he's gonna be 2 steps ahead of us. Now, as to why Mr. Faber suddenly took an interest in our GTA 5 Online protagonist, well, I've got a couple of ideas here. Prior to the Money Fronts update, we'd slowly been establishing a name for ourselves, climbing the criminal hierarchy with the OG heists, the Biker DLC, and the CEO update. Then we did Diamond Casino, Doomsday, Cayo Perico, and several other high-profile jobs which made us stand out in the eyes of Mr. Faber, which is why I think the first time he showed himself in the jet, he was genuinely interested in checking us out, and the car wash business he handed to us was basically a test of sorts to see if he could trust us with his operations. But then we went ahead and sabotaged a business that he was personally invested in, the No Way Out operation. Granted, this was actually a front for FIB surveillance operations, but it was also a business that Mr. Faber had funded with his own money through a Series C funding round, and when we took it down, he must have been royally pissed off because right after that stunt that we pulled with Avi, he sent a small army of mercenaries into our mansion, and these guys were very well equipped. They had juggernaut suits, miniguns, helicopters that they deployed. I mean, they were packing some serious heat here, and you could tell that they were just no ordinary gangbangers or even cartel members. Plus, I don't really think the FIB would send unmarked agents on an assassination mission, so they had to be Mr. Faber's goons. And the call that we get after the mansion raid basically cements that theory.
Faber here. I heard there was something of a disturbance at your lovely home. I just wanted to assure you that that unfortunate incident had nothing whatsoever to do with me. I have nothing but the greatest respect for you and your work. I'm sure we're going to go on to do great things together. I'll be in touch soon. Yes.
This passive-aggressive guy couldn't make his intentions any clearer if he spelled it out for us, and he basically tells us that yes, I sent the assassins to your home to try and kill you, and I'll do it again. That call was Mr. Faber politely notifying us that we're on his shit list, and very soon, he's gonna pay us another visit. And soon is now here. or it will be with the summer DLC, possibly later this June, based on the timeline that we discussed earlier in the video. So how exactly is this going to all play out? Well, players have already been communicating some pretty nice theories here. Many players want one last massive heist where we break into Mr. Faber's stronghold, wipe all the data he has on us, and escape with as much of our cash as we can. Something along the lines of the Bureau raid from story mode, where Michael infiltrates the FIB headquarters and deletes his own criminal records, destroying any leverage that Steve Haynes has over him. And storyline wise, it actually could make sense, because Mr. Faber this entire time has been laundering money for us and our associates, which means he has this chokehold on us that he can exploit anytime he wants to shut down our operations. Plus, there's an interesting theory on Reddit actually, where it says that Mr. Faber is the unnamed CEO of SecuroServe, and he basically runs our whole CEO and VIP framework, so he has the direct ability to freeze our money anytime he wants. And our goal in this final summer DLC heist could be to free our cash from his stranglehold and flee to Leonida, where we can start anew. Now, if we are just gonna commit to the transitional phase idea and theory between GTA 5 Online and GTA 6, as it will allow players to carry over their actual character from one game to the next while simultaneously resetting all of our progress, because once we move to Leonida with what little cash we managed to make from the heist, we lose everything that we had back in Los Santos. All of our businesses, properties, vehicles, everything gone thanks to the work of Mr. Faber, and now we'll have to rebuild our criminal empire in Leonida. Now, of course, that would only be possible if you're a console player, because PC players won't be able to port their character over to GTA 6 until 2027 or 2028, whenever it comes out on PC, right? And also, if you remember last year, TezFun2 on Twitter, who's a master data miner, uncovered some info that revealed the No Way Out questline was originally called Sahara Surveillance. Now, this is what I find really cool. Sahara is a logistics and online shipping company in GTA 6. Basically, it's a parody version of Amazon. So I think that before the delay, Rockstar planned to release all of this in one big DLC last year, but because the game was delayed to November, they had to add a bunch of content and sort of split it into two halves, the latter of which may be released this June. And I think that if Rockstar releases the summer DLC in the second half of June, we could receive trailer 3 a few days before it, because funny enough, that's actually how it was for trailers 1 and 2, which I didn't really realize until I was looking back at the timeline. They came just a few days before GTA Online updates so that people would get hyped up and jump into GTA Online and make some purchases, hopefully with shark cards, or subscribe to GTA Plus. That way, Rockstar can get people interested in GTA 6 without killing the momentum of their latest GTA 5 Online update. Besides, if there's any mention of GTA 6 or Leonida in the update as part of some promotional event, for example, data miners will immediately figure it out and communicate that to us as soon as the files go online, so they have to release trailer 3 before that. Anyways, that's the theory on what we'll see in the summer DLC. Personally, I think it would be super cool, cliche, but still neat if Michael, Franklin, and Trevor and our GTA Online protagonists all came together for one big heist before GTA 6 in what is possibly the last major update that we'll get for GTA Online. That probably won't happen, right? Also, personally, like I said, I wanted to discuss at the beginning of today's video, I don't think that this will be the last actual update that changes the game at all, right? Because even after November 19th, there will still be a ton of people on last-gen consoles and PC who can't play GTA 6 or just don't want to yet, and it makes no sense for Rockstar to completely cut off all support so abruptly. So I do believe obviously the servers will stay online and active well into the future as expected, and I also think we'll get minor updates here and there, maybe Christmas events. This summer DLC is definitely going to be that last high effort, action-packed, and last interesting major update that we'll get with GTA 5 Online. After this summer DLC, anything new will certainly be scaled down in size and scope, and who knows, like I was saying earlier, it will be really sweet, and maybe we will actually even get a promotional event where we can do certain activities to unlock a weapon or a vehicle that will also be featured in GTA 6, kind of like the Navy Revolver and Double Action Revolver events that Rockstar ran in preparation for RDR2. Anyways, we're going to be wrapping everything up right here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed, and if you found the information helpful, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you are new and you want to stay up to date with more GTA 5 online content just like this. Check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, specifically twitch.tv/hazardousHDTV, and I'll see you guys in the next GTA 5 online video. Adios, amigos.